Hi, today I'm going to do an oil change on this Nissan Qashqai. This is one I got a few months back for my wife. 2019, it's a 2 litre petrol. You wouldn't believe it, but this has got 180,000, well, it's now 190,000 Ks on it. It came with all the service books. It's had every service from when it was brand new. And it's been done on time. Every wee bit that's needed done, it's all been added onto the service book, every bit of work. The thing is immaculate, and it runs like a dream. The engine's pretty quiet as well. So I bought it because of the fact that I had the service record and it sounded good. So I got it at 80,000, it's now done 90,000, so I'm going to do an oil change. I reckon it's a good idea to do the oil changes at least 10,000 kilometres on a petrol, no more, because if you leave it longer the oil dissipates, and that's when you start getting worn tappets, worn valves, things like that. Change your oil regularly and she'll be fine. Anyway, let's go on with it. I'm going to warm it up first. Okay. So I've had it for a run already. I went to McDonald's for a coffee. It's one of these silly things. Press the button and it starts. Let's see what the temperature's like. It's still about running temperature, so I reckon that's good enough to give it a service. Anyway, this has got a cover on the bottom which is a pain in the arse, but not a big job. We can either jack it up, we can put it on the car ramps, one or the other. Anyway, I'll let this stick over while I'm getting it prepared. Oh, getting stiff in my old age. So if you're confident with a set of car ramps, then use them, or jack it up and block it, one or the other. Yeah. Next thing we'll do is get the bonnet open, have a look underneath. Ooh. It's old lift bonnet. Here's the catch, there it is. Hey, some she's a heavy bonnet for such a wee car. So this is the engine bay. This is a funny wee contraption here for your air filter. So you've got a popper here. So that bit here, there, slides down this bit here, and that's it. And here's your air filter in here. Just a couple of poppers and you can take your air filter out. The one in here looks okay, so that's not going to need changed. But yeah, we'll have a look round the car. Let's have a wee look. So there's your oil cap, which is extremely tight, and one dipstick for the use of. Might as well take that out. The engine's quite clean on it, but it's only done 10,000 Ks, which is fine. I'd rather be changing it and keeping the oil clean. It's unlike a diesel where it gets black after about 1,000 kilometres. But yeah, I'll go and get the dipstick clean, put it down, and then we'll get underneath and get it prepared for the oil change. Now, I'll just show you this wee box in here if you want to get your spark plugs. There's a hose clip here to take off. There's a hose clip here to take off. There we go, that comes off here. That's just like a, whoops, chamber for making it breathe. Now, if you look down here, you see you got 1, 2, 3, 4 coil packs. There's a bolt at the top of each one. You can take them out and then you'll get your spark plugs down in there. That's if you want to change your spark plugs, or if you want to take them out and have a wee look and see what they're like. But today we're just going to get the oil done. So underneath the Qashqai, you'll see there's a big cover under here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 wee bolts. I think they're 10mm. And there's poppers at the back. Poppers come out easy, so do the bolts. I'll go and get them taken off now. So these poppers at the back, you'll see a wee space. You can put a screwdriver under, or one of these. I do have a proper tool for doing this, but I can't bloody find it. However, this will do. There's one. Okay, so this is where my sound sort of messed up again, and that seems to be a normal thing with my camera. I just don't know what I've done. Anyway, there's these 10mm bolts at the front. You just need to whip them out. Only takes a second, and then the front of the panel will come down. Here you can see that's all the bolts out, and you just need to take that panel, slide it back out your way, and that gives you full access to the sump bolt. So there's the sump bolt there. Engine's been warmed up. I'm just taking the bolt out to drain the oil out of the sump. It was quite hot as well, so I did the right thing there. I lifted the bowl up to it so it didn't spill it over the floor. Now there's another Temu present I got, box of copper washers. So selected the right copper washer, stuck it on the bolt, and that should seal it up rather than using the old one. Now here's taking the oil filter off. That's another Temu present that I treated myself to. It's just like a set of vice grips, but they're shaped for taking the oil filter off. I suppose you could use them for many different uses really, but this time I used it for the oil filter, and yeah, it works quite well. It saves a lot of hassle anyway. So I got the oil filter off of there and made sure that the rubber sealing ring came off with it as well. You don't want to end up with that stuck on the housing, and then you put your other filter on top of it and you've got 2 rubber seals and it starts leaking. Anyway, that's the Ryco. Can't remember what number that is. If you zoom in you'll see it. But that's the Ryco oil filter I'm putting on. I've smeared the seal on the top of the filter with some new oil, so as it tightens on okay. Yeah. So as I always say when you're putting these oil filters on, crank them up as tight as you can. Really tight by hand. But you didn't really want to go any tighter than that. Like use a tool to tighten it, or else you'll never get the bloody thing off again. And there's me putting the bolt back in. With its new washer on, giving it a wee wipe there just to make sure any oil there is off it. And my wee, was it 14mm socket to crank the sump bolt back up again. Looks like I'm putting a hell of a lot of pressure on that bolt, but I'm not really. It's just I'm getting old and I'm weaker than what I used to be. Now, filling it up, the thing, the J11, the 2 litres, supposed to take 3.8 litres. So my jug I've got is a 2 litre, so I filled up to the 2 litre twice. It might be over a wee bit in the dipstick, but a wee bit isn't going to do any harm. And always make sure you put the cap on tight, and also give your dipstick a clean and put it back in. Start the car up, let it run for a good 5 minutes, and then once you've done that, get out and have a physical check to make sure you've not got any leaks. Coming from your oil filter, Z4, what's that, Z436 or Z43, looks like 436. Yeah, check it, check the filter, make sure there's no leaks, make sure there's no leaks for your sump plug. because you're putting the cover back on. The last thing you want to do is put the cover on, the thing's dripping oil, you know, for the next few months, and then all of a sudden your oil light comes on. There's the filter again, 2 clips, one at each side, pop them out, your filter comes out like that. Quite easy. And if you're putting a new one in, you just pop it in, close that, put the 2 clips on, one at each side, and then once you get the clips on, you grab the cover, and there's a wee slotty bit that slides in there. I didn't show it very well in the video, but it slides in there and it seals up. Anyway, sound's about to come back on. Enjoy the rest. Well, that's it for the Qashqai, or the cash cow as I call it. Yeah, so I'll need to get that proper socket, plug socket, to get the spark plugs out. Once I do that, I'll do. But I need to look for the book. I've misplaced the book somewhere for this car, but it's got the full service record. I probably got moved when I was tidying up the house. So yeah, that's it. Oil change. Next job I'm going to do, I need to check the service book first just to see when the transmission fluid was done. But I've got fluid and filters in there for it, so I'll be going to do that probably the next job on the Qashqai. But I hope that's been helpful for any of you that have got a Qashqai. Different engine sizes to this vehicle. You can even get a diesel. But realistically, it's much the same. Check in your book and see how much oil it needs. Check on the internet to see what type of oil. You know, I mean, they specify an oil in the book. The chances of them having that oil on the shelf's pretty impossible because, you know, the car was made in Japan. So, if you go into, like, say, some of these car websites, you know, like the Super Cheap and Repco, and just join up for free and put your cars in there into the garage. You can click on whatever vehicle, type in engine oil, I'll tell you the best oil to use for your car. And it gives you other oils just in case they've not got that one in stock. But yeah, it's a good way to do it. Same with oil filters, any part for your car. So anyway, that's it for me today. So yeah, I'll get this transmission done soon. And again, we'll get onto the bikes soon. Past wee while I've not been keeping too well, so I've not been doing much, as you'll probably have noticed. You'd be glad of the peace and quiet. Yeah, I've just not been keeping too well. But I'm hoping to get back into it again. I've got Mix Ranger there, that's still got an issue. The crank sensor, it was still playing up, so I took the sensor out and cleaned it. I cleaned round the flywheel, you know, the wee holes that pick it up. And still wasn't right, so I took the cable off it. Put it over to the other side and I stripped the wire off it, and I found there was a couple of bits where the wires were kind of worn through where they'd been cable tied against the body. Anyway, I sorted all that up, taped it all up again, wired it back, plugged it in, started up, ticks over beautifully. But for some reason, when you rev it and it goes over 2000 revs, it cuts out. It's like it goes into limp mode, it just cuts out. And I've got to fathom out what's doing that. It could be one in a million things. So I need to start again at the beginning. One thing is no, and that's the crank sensor. But I'll go through all that. Anyway, yeah, so that's Mix Ranger. That's sitting hiding over there. But yeah, I'm going to get onto that. I've got some videos of what I've done on it and I'll put them up soon. But yeah, just heart's knowing it at the moment. But however, I'll be back to it soon, and I'll catch you later. And like I say, I'll probably be doing the transmission fluid on that. Anyway, you have a good day, a good week, a good Christmas, and I'll catch up with you maybe before Christmas with the transmission. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'll catch you later. See ya.